Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever confirms a war between two kingdoms that will intensify to Wakanda being flooded. Things are escalating quickly. This is all based on a 2012 Avengers vs. X-Men storyline in which Namor gets possessed by the Phoenix Force and then tracks the Avengers to Wakanda and uses those amplified Phoenix Force powers to flood the whole kingdom. In the Wakanda Forever film, I doubt the Phoenix Force is part of it. Really, this conflict seems more based on intervention from the land dwellers, the plundering of resources like vibranium, and Wakanda's coziness with the outside world. But really the question remains, how does Namor flood a landlocked Eastern African nation that borders real-life Uganda, a country 3,600 feet, 1,100 meters above sea level? Is this film changing Namor's powers? Is it changing where Wakanda is? Or is something else at play here? Well, based on some new things we have learned, I think we can actually begin to explain how, even on a planet where a giant celestial corpse remains in the Indian Ocean, the physics of this flooding might make sense. Namor the Submariner is considered a mutant in Marvel Comics, the son of an Atlantean princess, Fenn, and the human Leonard Mackenzie. He has a telepathic connection with sea life and can fly via the wings on his feet, wings that you can see in the trailer footage when Namor is born and when he's an adult. But Namor is not a water bender who could summon tidal waves. Namor was really only able to do that in the 2012 comics because he was a host to the Phoenix Force, and the Phoenix Force can telekinetically manipulate matter, including water. But there is one major difference that we've learned of so far with Namor that might clue us into what's going on here. Because in the comics, Namor's home is Atlantis, but in the film, they have revealed it's Tlalocan, which is inspired by the Paradise Realm from Aztec mythology. Marvel Studios might even do away with calling these ocean dwellers Atlanteans to avoid confusion with Aquaman in the DC films, but hold on to this revision because it's gonna be important later. But we gotta talk about Wakanda and its geography. In Marvel Comics, maps of Wakanda have depicted it in various regions of the African continent. A 1973 comic showing it on the west coast of Africa along the Atlantic Ocean, but then another issue later that year with a revised map showing it closer to the Indian Ocean in Eastern Africa. Then a new map from the official handbook of the Marvel Universe Volume 1, number 12 in 1983 included a map of Wakanda that placed it in southwestern Ethiopia. Now in the MCU, Wakanda has really been considered somewhere near southwestern Uganda. We actually first saw it on a map in Iron Man 2 showing various sites of interest to S.H.I.E.L.D., which by the way also included Atlantis, or we should now really presume the gateway to Tlalocan. News footage in Captain America Civil War depicts Wakanda as a small yellow patch on the map around Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan, and Ethiopia, bordering Lake Turkana. But the Black Panther movie art book depicts the country in the East African Rift Valley, bordering Rwanda, the National Republic of the Congo, and Uganda, with the real-world Lake Kivu on the western side. So that gives us a few options of major real-world bodies of water that the MCU Wakanda could border. Lake Turkana, Lake Kivu, even the massive Lake Victoria. While some of these other lakes are landlocked, Lake Victoria is actually drained from its north end by the Nile River, which snakes all the way up through Africa, through South Sudan, and up through Egypt into the Mediterranean Sea. So there is an ocean link there. Namor would just have to swim from saltwater to freshwater and then gradually ascend from sea level up to 3,724 feet above sea level, or 1,134 meters, all the way up to Lake Victoria. Yeah, it's really high up there. Now, of course, Namor could just fly into Wakanda with his ankle wings, assuming he knew where it was, because you have to know exactly where you're flying through that mountain range to be able to fly into it from the air. But that doesn't really matter, does it? Because from the shots in the trailer, we do see Namor in Wakanda, but he arrives from a beachfront, from the water. Now, the flooding of Wakanda, based on this footage, is massive. The throne room gets crushed by a tidal wave, meaning it must be huge, because that citadel sits atop Mount Bashenga, which looks down upon the Golden City. If the throne room is getting flooded, the city below must be completely covered in water as well. So we're not talking about a freak weather occurrence here, like, I don't know, Aurora Monroe triggering a flash flood. It's not even raining in these shots. To flood an entire kingdom, you would need the amount of water to be roughly akin to that of Utah's Great Salt Lake, which contains 5 trillion gallons of water. So yeah, this is closer to like Arwen dropping some Elvish to swamp the Nazgul. Someone must be magically manipulating these waters to flood the city. We've all heard the phrase, a penny saved is a penny earned, but as anybody who's ever had a pocket full of pennies knows, pennies make for bulging pockets and weird smelling hands. It's always been obvious that somebody would figure out a better way. Turns out that somebody is Upside. Upside is a free app that lets you earn cash back on everyday purchases, things like gas, groceries, or dinner. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is so easy to use and it works. For me, I use it when I need gas, so when my tank is getting near empty, I open up the Upside app, I search for a nearby gas station offering a good deal, I claim it, and then I head there to get my gas. I can check in or snap a picture of the receipt and I am good to go. below. No special cards to carry or numbers to remember, just Upside's app on my phone. Anytime I want, I can cash out to my bank account or PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week, and it has a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. To get started, download the free Upside app on the App Store or Google Play. Use the promo code NEWROCKSTARS and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. And thanks again to Upside for sponsoring this video. And before you say, well, the marble corpse of Tiamat might have displaced some water on Earth that could have caused Wakanda to flood, sure, but to flood a landlocked country at that high of elevation, coastal areas worldwide would have to be flooded for miles. And based on the measurements we did of Tiamat's size, he probably should have done that, and then some to Earth's crust, mantle, core, and atmosphere. But for Earth to be able to survive at all in Phase 4 and beyond, we just have to ignore the physics of Tiamat. The way many of you, I'm sure, have ignored a lot of what happened in Eternals. Now, could Wakanda Forever be changing where on the map Wakanda is located so that it now could be along an ocean coastline? Not likely. The aerial shots of this kingdom depict it with the same exact inland terrain that we saw in the 2018 film. And considering Wakanda was first introduced on that Iron Man 2 map alongside its eventual rival, I just doubt Marvel Studios would retcon its geography that much. I actually think the fact that Wakanda is inland might have contributed to their blindness to the threat that Namor brings. They thought they were nice and safe up in the mountains, but they really weren't. And this is why I think it's significant that this film has changed Namor's homeland from Atlantis to the mythological Tlalocan. In Aztec mythology, Tlalocan is a mythological afterlife that absorbs the souls of those who died via drowning or lightning or as a result of some natural event connected to the rain deity. It is a watery grave, and the MCU in recent titles like Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Shang-Chi, and Thor: Love and Thunder have all established the existence of realms, otherworldly dimensions that exist parallel to our own, accessed by waypoints located in specific geographic coordinates, some accessed by death. Ta Lo's waypoint is hidden in China, the waypoint to the Nord Dimension was torn open in Karachi, Pakistan. Meanwhile, the Egyptian Duat, Wakanda's ancestral plane, and Valhalla are all accessed from really anywhere via death. So this way, Tlalocan might not be a physical underwater kingdom as we understand Atlantis to be, but rather a hidden underwater portal from our realm that leads to a whole other dimensional space, making Namor and his people interdimensional beings who hail from an aquatic afterlife. And since these dimensions can bend space in comparison to our realm, this could be how Namor arrives in Wakanda, by creating a secondary waypoint from Tlalocan into the lakes and rivers bordering Wakanda. And that portal could be how he dumps a ton of new water into this landlocked kingdom. I mean, Multiverse of Madness showed how people can travel through the mirror dimension via any reflective surface. Love and Thunder showed how people can travel through the shadow realm via any shadow. And I think Namor is going to show us how he can travel through Tlalocan via any body of water large enough that you can drown in. Because drowning is how one enters Tlalocan in that mythological framework. I know it sounds wild, but there's just a shot of Namor underwater with a glowing orb of light in this trailer. This could be one of those waypoints I was talking about. And the MCU retconned his homeland from a physical kingdom of Atlantis to this mythological realm of Tlalocan for a reason. And I think it might be so that Namor can exist anywhere in the MCU and for people to fear him no matter where they are, even if they're not out on the open seas. Like, you got a hot tub? Namor gonna get you. You left that water running while you're brushing your teeth? Namor's in the sink. You thought you were unscrewing those two contact lens cases? Nope, that's a double dip of Namor. I'm just kidding about those last ones again. I think it would just have to be any body of water deep enough for you to drown in, because drowning is the way in and out of Tlalocan, according to the Aztecs and according to Namor. Hey, let me know how you think Wakanda gets flooded, or where you think several trillion gallons of water would come from, smarty pants. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.